Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a collab, as you guys could see, with my girl Beauty by Lee. We're doing a purple themed look. If you guys want to see her tutorial, make sure you check down below. I'll put her link to her collab video down below. If you guys want to see how I created my look, please keep on watching. Alright you guys, to start off this look, as always, I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in the shade Fawn, and I'm just going to use this as my primer today, and I'm going to blend it out using a synthetic fluffy blending brush. Then I'm going to go in with this shadow and contour blush palette from Smashbox. This is their Draw In decked out palette, and I'm going to be using this shade called Antique into my transition area. Then I'm gonna go in with Poison Plum from Sugar Pill. I'm using a different blending brush. This one has more of a point to it, and just concentrate this into my crease and also blending it into my transition area, trying to kind of smoke out that color so it doesn't look too harsh. I'm also going to apply a bit of this to my outer V and smoke it out as well. Now I'm going to go back in with this shade called Royal from the Decked Out palette from Smashbox. This color is really pigmented, so you do not need a lot. I'm going to use a crease brush to apply this into my crease and deepen it up. I want it very dark and dramatic looking, so when I do my cut crease look, it stands out. I'm also going to go back in with my blending brush and the crease brush just to smoke it out just a bit more. Now using Grand Tiara, this is a pigment from Sugar Pill. It's a gorgeous silver pigment. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Lock and Seal to create kind of like a liquid eyeshadow, and this is what I'm going to use to cut my crease, and I'm using a concealer brush to apply it. You want to do this a little bit at a time. If you rush, you're going to end up messing it up and having to start all over again. If you do not feel comfortable doing it this way, you can always do the concealer trick or do the pencil trick with your cut crease. This way just seemed a bit easier instead of doing concealer or pencil and trying to deal with all of that. So this is pretty much all of those steps in one. So what I'm going to do is kind of create a winged out line with this, because when I create my wing liner, I kind of want that silver to look like a tiny wing above my black wing liner, if that makes sense. You guys will see what I'm trying to go for in the next part of this tutorial. Now I'm going to go in with my NYC liquid liner. Shout out to Holy Ali from Canada, one of my friends who sent me a whole bunch of these. I think I got about 2 years worth. And I'm just going to go in and create my wing liner. And I'm doing a very long dramatic wing liner. And as you guys could see, I have that winged out effect above my liner on the outer part. You see that? So that's why I winged out the silver liner. No, the silver eyeshadow pigment. Now going in with my stacked lashes that I stacked over a year ago, I'm just going to apply a bit of mascara and then apply those using some Ardell black lash glue. You can use the regular lash glue if you want to. I really wish I had used the regular one, because sometimes the black lash glue leaves like this weird shiny effect that I do not like. Alright you guys, so now I'm going to go in, apply a bit of concealer under my eye just to kind of cancel out the discoloration and also help prime right underneath my lower lashes, and set that with a bit of powder. Then I'm going to go in with Poison Plum and apply this right underneath my lower lashes and just smoke it out. This is actually a crease brush, or you can call it a detailer brush if you want to, but I'm just going to use this to smoke it out underneath my lower lashes. Then I'm going to go in with this deep shade again with a more detailed brush. It's a detailer brush, and using the shade Royal just to apply it straight under the lashes and smoke it into that beautiful purple shade to create a smoked out effect. I'm also going to go in with some black eyeliner. This is from Smashbox, and just line my waterline. Now I'm going to use some IT Cosmetics mascara to apply to my lower lashes, because the brush from the Urban Decay mascara is kind of scary for me. It poked me in my eye, and this is pretty much it for the eye look. I hope you guys like it. So now we're going to move on to the face. First thing we're going to do is drink a lot of water, because you need a lot of water for your skin to be moisturized, especially during the winter time where it's dipping below 18 degrees, negative 18 degrees and all that good stuff. So that first. Then we're going to go in and moisturize, and I'm using my Derma E Illuminating Face Oil. This is the Rose Hip and Cranberry version, and I really love this oil, you guys. It makes your skin feel so good. So I'm just going to use this to moisturize and prime. Then I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in the shade 400. I think they call it Pro Filter. Pro Filter, yes, 400. I'm just going to apply this all over. When I did use this in another tutorial, I went ahead and mixed it with my foundation that I usually use, not realizing it was my contour foundation, and it just made the foundation so dark. But on its own, it's a really good match. I'm using my synthetic brush from Smashbox. This is a foundation brush to blend it all out. You can use circular motions or patting motions to blend out the foundation. I don't really have that much forehead space, although I do like contouring my forehead. I have a natural contour already on my forehead without makeup on it, so I don't apply too much foundation up there. That's just my preference. If you do like a lot of foundation on your forehead, you can go ahead and do that, but that's just not my thing. I'm gonna go in with my concealer brush and apply a bit of my foundation shade above my brow just to blend it in with my foundation color, and just add a bit more of this foundation so I can have more of a full coverage look. Now I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl concealer, the same shade I always use, Fawn, and I'm going to highlight underneath my eye area. If this is not something that you like doing, you can totally skip this step. You do not need to do this for everyday makeup, but if it is something you like to do, you can go ahead and do it. Remember, makeup should be fun, and just do it for your liking, not for anybody else's, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead, create my little triangular feathered triangle thing under my eye, bridge part of my nose, cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. I'm sorry guys, I was actually watching something while I was filming. Usually when I film, I need music or something making noise in the room with me to kind of keep me going, because then I get bored. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this stick from Fenty Beauty. This is their, what do you call this? A contour stick? A matchstick. This one is in the shade Espresso, and I'm just going to use this to contour my face. So I'm just adding it to my cheekbones area, well, the space between my cheekbone and my jawline, my hairline area, and I'm also going to contour my nose with it. You do not need a lot of this for it to show up. It's really pigmented, super smooth, and works really well when blended out. Now I'm going to go in with a damp beauty sponge. It's not super wet. It's pretty lightly damp. I'm going to blend in my concealer. And this part, I didn't want to edit it too much because I wanted you guys to see, you know, how long it really takes to blend out concealer. Okay, especially under the eye area. And it does take away a bit of the shadow that I applied there, which I reapply towards the end of the tutorial. So once you have all the concealer blended out, and I usually use a patting motion, then I go in, I kind of turn the sponge a bit so I don't get concealer on my contour area and it becomes too light, and then I blend out the contour area with my sponge. It really gives you a really nice natural look. So as you guys can see, I'm kind of doing like a little dabbing kind of motion while blending out the contour, because I don't want it to disappear completely, but I also don't want it to be noticeable that it is a contour, okay? So I'm just going to do a dabbing motion to kind of disperse the product or blend out the product to give me that definition back into my cheekbones, because sometimes when you put on foundation, it takes away the definition. For those of you that were complaining about the video, I will be getting a microphone. Did I say that right? Microphone, baby? Whatever. For my voiceovers soon, because my computer, for whatever reason, makes this very strange sound when I do voiceovers. So hopefully that helps. But anyways, as you guys could see, I added just a bit more of that matchstick contour shade to my jawline area, and I'm just blending it in, and I also added a bit more to my hairline area. This is just what I prefer for my makeup application. If you do not like this, that's totally fine. Just do whatever makes you feel comfortable, okay? Now I'm going to go in with my Airspun powder. This is the translucent full coverage formula, I believe. And I'm just going to set this under my eye area. I'm adding just a tad bit extra because I applied a lot of concealer under there, and I want the powder to suck up all the moisture because it was just a bit too dewy for my under eye. And with the airspun powder, I did notice that it doesn't really give you too much of a cast or white out. You know what I mean, you guys, when you take a picture and you get the crazy flashback, it doesn't give that to me. So I really, really love this powder. You guys know I've always loved my Ben Nye neutral set, but I think this is my new fave. I'm not going to lie. And you can get it in Walmart and it's super cheap. Now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder in the shade Cocoa, and I'm using this, I guess you would call this a contour brush, and using this just to kind of set my contour in place and also deepening it up just a tad bit. And I'm also going to finish off my nose contour by squeezing the brush. This is just thinning out the brush so I can get a more defined nose contour, but not making it super defined to the point where it just looks like two lines on the sides of my nose. But if that's the look that you like, you can definitely do that. I'm using the same brush to dust off all the powder, but I did clean it off first. So don't use your contour brush to clean off powder, or else it's just going to make your highlighted areas darker. But I did clean it off first just so I don't have to wash any extra brushes. I have enough to wash. And that is it pretty much for the face and the skin. I'm gonna go in with this lip liner from, it's not a lip liner, it's a gel liner from ColourPop. This one is in the shade Mr. Bing. And I'm just gonna line out my lip. And then for lipstick, I'm using Sugar Pills liquid lipstick in Kimchi, which is a kind of like pastel lavender shade. It's
along with the wing liner.
You want to take some lip tips?
The liner stays nice and sharp.
You want to take some lip tips?
Clean, precise. Top of the nose, because that's going to be good for the contouring process. So what we like to do with contouring is to create a, basically like a spotlight. We're going to accentuate the cheekbones, the forehead, even sometimes above the brow, because that's a look that people love to achieve as well. Down the bridge of the nose.
What?
So how beautiful and glowing
it's like a pastel lavender look. It definitely gives you that pasty look if you do not use it with a lip liner. You know, it could look really death-like, like I'm about 4 feet into my grave, you know what I mean? So definitely use it with a lip liner if you have a deeper complexion. Even if you're a lighter complected. Is that a word? Complected? If you have a lighter complexion, you still kind of need a lip liner, kind of tone it out just a tad bit, okay? So I'm going to go in again with the lip liner just to blend it in just a bit more, because I really do love the color. I just can't wear the liquid lipstick on its own or else I look weird. All right, now I'm going to go in with this blush from Makeup Geek. This one is in the shade Soulmate. I'm just going to apply a bit of that to my cheeks, but not too much. Then I'm going to go in with this loose powder highlight from Makeup Addiction in the shade Orgasmic, and I'm just going to apply a tad bit of that. I got some inspiration from my girl Savannah Silver to kind of tone down on the highlight, and you know what? I am loving the tone down highlight look. I'm going to go in with a bit of Poison Plum to smoke out my lower lashes once again. Then I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay glitter liner in the shade AC/DC, and then pop on this wig so we can get this look together. And I'm just kind of using my tweezer to separate my hair, then going in with a bit of my contour powder, which is the L'Oreal Pro Matte Powder in the shade Cocoa, and applying a bit of this into my part to kind of blend it in with my hairline and my contour. Even though my scalp is lighter than my contour, I kind of like to blend in my part with my contour, if that makes sense. I'm going to try a bit of gloss on top of this. This is called Ponyland from ColourPop. I did go in with a bit more of the lip liner just to blend it in because it looked a bit off. So I'm just going to blend that in just a tad bit more, just to kind of give it a different look if you wanted a glossy look. A glossy look. Okay, and this has a bit of glitter in it, and it's cute, you know, but I wanted to do 2 different lips, and then I went in with a pink lip. This one is from OPV. This shade is called Resist, and it's a matte liquid lipstick, and I just applied a bit of that onto my lips that already had product on it, and went back in with my lip liner, Mr. Bing from ColourPop. And that's the second lip look for this face look and eye look. I do like them both. One is a bit more out there and dramatic, and one is a bit more softer and girly. So it's totally up to you what you like and what you prefer. Just do your makeup, you know, to your preferences and to what makes you feel comfortable. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed my tutorial, make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. And make sure you check out my girl Beauty by Lee. Her link is down below in the description box. Love you guys. Bye.